What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be discussing a few topics that have popped up in the makeup community as of recently and in these YouTube streets, so that you can, I guess, gauge, kind of hear my feelings on everything. So before we get into anything, you already know what you got to do. Click that subscribe button, hit that bell getting notifications when I post new videos, and click that like button letting me know you're liking the stuff that I'm putting out. So without wasting any more time, let's get into this stuff. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the the recent news that Kylie sold 50%, or I think it was just about 50% of her company to Coty Cosmetics. Not surprised. Because, and this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, to me she doesn't really care about this stuff. It's just convenient, and it was a cash grab for her, and she did, I mean, she monopolized on it quite well, for the simple fact that she basically emphasized her lip injections. Her whole makeup company is based off of the fact of an insecurity, her lips. That's what started her whole makeup line, and then she branched off into eyeshadows, blushes, all that greatness, which a lot of her stuff has been kind of hit and miss. I personally have never bought any of her products, never intend to buy any of her products. It's kind of the same thing with her sister's line. Don't intend to buy any of it because none of it really appeals to me. And again, both of their makeup lines are made by the same company that makes ColourPop. So it is grossly overpriced ColourPop when I can probably find the same shades or create my own shades for a quarter of the cost. It's not really necessary. So, she don't care. This is not her forte. This is not her cup of tea. No one ever really foresaw her staying in the game that long anyway, so it didn't really matter whether or not she sold a stake in her company. Even her sister said she had every intention of doing this. So you know that her longevity in this was not going to be long anyway. So, sorry guys, those of y'all who got gypped. Kind of got gypped. That's just my opinion on that one. It's nothing to be like, oh my gosh, she sold her company. She a fat cat now. She got 600 million for it. So, and her company was worth well over $1 billion. So she did her thing, but I mean, along the way she made some really bad choices. Like I remember when she initially launched one of her liquid lipstick shades, it was only half full. And then when she launched her lip glosses, the brushes were jacked up. And then when she sold those brushes for, I believe they were $300, and you could find the same set of brushes literally identical on AliExpress for $24, it's like, girl, really? And then, don't even get me started on when she was selling her skincare line. When she did that 2-second face wash, trying to show that it took off all her makeup, and she still had makeup on her face. And then the wench had nerve enough to use a filter. The purpose of showing that skincare works is so that we can see what the effect that it has on your actual skin without a filter. So the fact that she did that on Snapchat shows me how very little investment she truly has in the beauty game. Saw it coming a mile away, so wasn't really surprised. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to be the next topic that I'll be talking about is the recent changes to YouTube. So thanks to the kids' toys world of YouTube, we now have more heightened regulations when it comes to disclosing when your video is nothing more than a really large advertisement. Again, not surprised. The fact that what I find really annoying is people are getting up in arms about this. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna leave YouTube. Oh, they're doing all of this, they're doing all of that. YouTube is here simply as a vehicle for you to be able to get your content out to the general public, aka your fans. If you don't like the rules, then you can go to another platform. But I highly doubt you're going to get the type of engagement that you want from any of the other platforms outside of YouTube. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. And those of you who are complaining about certain things happening to you, then just figure out a way to make the system work for you. Don't complain about it. And don't announce your exit. Like, who cares? Nobody cares. So the fact that people are up in arms about this is ridiculous, and it's selective outrage, which I can't stand at all. Just read read the new regulations, figure out how they'll apply to you, and then adjust. It's that simple. There's no need to be all up in arms like, oh my gosh, they're stifling our creativity. They're not stifling your creativity. They're trying to safeguard children, for one, because the last thing we need is creep-tastic folks advertising weird crap to children. I'm a teacher. Kids don't need to see everything, and kids don't have the discernment to know the difference between a video that is being sponsored and is basically a large advertisement and a video that is not. So if you can't handle that, then YouTube ain't the platform for you. I don't know what to tell you. But just, again, it's simple as adjust and move on. If you're not willing to adjust, well, you got Facebook or Instagram. Those are your choices. Alright, so the next topic I'll be discussing is the remainder of the Jeffree and Shane Dawson series. So, the reason why, like, I watched the first 2 episodes, and then it started to dawn on me exactly what was happening. And then after that, I chose not to watch the rest of the series because it was nothing more than a large advertisement for their new collab that just released, which to me, in my honest opinion, is boring as all get up. That whole middle row is where all the color is. Everything else is new. Everything else in that palette is colors that you can find in any other palette that you own. It's for what it is on the inside, it's not worth the price tag at all. But I digress. It just turned, like, it was just to the point where it was just uncomfortable. Like, all you saw was Shane doting on Jeffree and Jeffree doting on Shane. We get it. We get it. This was a big payday for you. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So I just found it, I honestly, I mean, the first video where you kind of got a glimpse into kind of how some of that stuff works, that was the interest, to me, that was the more interesting video. Well, it wasn't the first video, sorry. It was the second video where you actually found out more behind the scenes information on how deals are brokered, how pallet prices are determined, what the cost of materials is. Like, to me, that one was the most interesting out of the whole series. The rest of the series was pointless. I had no desire to watch it. So when your whole entire series is nothing more than a shameless plug for your palette which, to be quite frank, ain't worth a darn, then there was no point for this series. It was just excuse me. It was basically an extension of the first one. So it was one of those situations where it was just completely unnecessary. So it is what it is. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed that video where I'm just kind of discussing different makeup topics that have happened as of recently. So if you enjoy videos like this, then comment down below letting me know what you think. But obviously, before we head out, you already know what you got to do. Click that subscribe button and hit that bell, getting the notifications when I post new videos. And until next time, guys, deuces.